Welcome to the Talkin Balls Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. A couple of weeks ago, we were talking about the future of the SEC. We talked about pods, divisions. What does it mean for SEC rivalries when we move forward with the addition of Texas and Oklahoma to the SEC? Well, they're at their spring meetings currently. According to a CBS report, the pods and divisions are out. So what does that mean for the future of SEC scheduling? We'll take a look at it. We'll get into it. As always, do me a favor. Go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin Balls Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We are fans just like you. So if you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. So let's take a look at the article. Again, this is from CBS.com. SEC split as it considers two options for format of future football schedules per report. This is written by Shahan Jahara. The SEC will discuss both an 8 and 9 game scheduling model at its spring meetings this week. Now, right out of the gate, when I hear that, you hear they're going to talk about an 8-game conference schedule or a 9-game conference schedule. We talk about the difficulty, the grind of playing through the SEC. Now you're adding two teams in Texas and Oklahoma that only make that conference more difficult to run that gauntlet. And it's not just getting to the SEC championship game or getting to the national championship game, but also getting bowl eligible. And when you talk about adding 9 conference games, you're only getting 3 non-conference games. It's probably a pretty good time for Tennessee to be on the rise. This class of 23, the momentum in recruiting, it's probably a good time because if you find yourself at the bottom half of the SEC, it is going to be a difficult path, a difficult road to the postseason. But let's take a look at the two different proposals here. It says the SEC has narrowed its proposed future scheduling format down to 2 options. According to Sports Illustrated, the league will debate between an 8-game and a 9-game model, which will be the main topic of conversation at this week's SEC meetings in Destin, Florida. The 8-game model would feature one common opponent each season with a rotating schedule of 7 games. The 9-game model would feature 3 common opponents with 6 rotating games a year. Other models, including so-called pods and divisions, have been rolled out. So that's official. We've talked about that a couple of weeks ago. Seemed to be the popular trend. Everybody seemed to be talking about pods or divisions and how the SEC would move forward. But now we're confirming again that that has been ruled out. So it's down to just one big division. Now the discussion is, do we play 8 conference games or 9? And when you look at 8, you're talking about one common opponent, and then you're going to rotate 7. I don't know that I necessarily like that. I like rivalry games. I like rivalry football. What made the SEC so great? I mean, we've got rivalries with Georgia, with Florida, with Alabama, and some of the teams that you think about too are Tennessee and Vanderbilt. Just the location of those schools, and to lose those games every year, that sucks for college football fans. It sucks for SEC fans. So if they had one common opponent, if they go this route, if they go with the 8-game model and one common opponent, it has to be Alabama, right? It has to be. There's no other way around it. So if Tennessee's common opponent is Alabama, right now that's a difficult task to take care of. You're going to have to play Alabama every year, but nobody else does. So what's the other option? We go to a 9-game model, which would feature 3 common opponents with 6 rotating games a year. So again, I ask you guys to hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. I think I lean towards this one. I want a 9-game model with 3 regular opponents. That way you have the opportunity. Now, who would those opponents be? Who would those opponents be? You know, again, you talk about Florida, Georgia, Alabama. I think they go Alabama, Vanderbilt, Kentucky. I think that's who you would see, Tennessee's 3 regular opponents, and then you're going to rotate 6 every year. And that allows, Greg Sankey was on during the SEC tournament championship game the other night, and he was talking about this. And the idea is you don't want teams in the conference that you don't even play. You could have kids on campus for a 4-year career, and they never even see some of the other opponents in the SEC. Well, that's what happens when you expand and continue to add teams year in, year out. It seems like the SEC is turning into one gigantic mega conference. When they recently added Missouri and that you got Texas and Oklahoma, you just keep growing. You're going to continue to face that problem. But like I said, I lean towards the 9-game model, 3 rotating opponents. Give me Alabama, give me Vanderbilt, give me Kentucky, and let's go. But even with that route, it sucks to lose that Florida rivalry. Sucks to lose that Georgia rivalry. But it's part of it with this expansion. There's no way around it. But like I said, you guys let me know your thoughts. If you were going with a 9-game model, who would those 3 common opponents be every year? The article goes on to say the battle is largely split along revenue and competition lines. According to SI, the richest schools in the league prefer to maximize the earning potential of the league by increasing the number of SEC matchups to 9. This also allows school to maintain few more rivalries. Texas could play both Oklahoma and Texas A&M, for example. But while at the bottom of the SEC will be happy to get a payout from Texas and Oklahoma entering the league by 2025, competition issues have them sweating. Keeping 4 non-conference games allows lower-tier programs in the SEC an easier path to reach bowl eligibility before the conference slate even begins. That's what we talked about at the top of the video. It says playing 9 conference games would be a headache, especially for teams like South Carolina that already plays non-conference rival Clemson every year. The NCAA removed a requirement from conferences with at least 12 members to have a division on May the 18th, clearing the way for different scheduling models and formats. Pac-12 instantly became the first to change, announcing the league's title game will take place between the number 1 and number 2 teams in conference winning percentage in 2022. The SEC isn't in much of a rush to figure out a new scheduling model, as Texas and Oklahoma may not enter the league until 2025. The divisional structure will be in place for at least the 2022 season. And again, looking back on that, when you talk about competition issues, teams that are up, teams that are down, the bottom line is it's constantly changing. Look at Tennessee. Yeah, they've been down, but they are on the rise. Look at Florida. They've been up. Now they appear to be on the way down. So it's really difficult to set up your pods, your schedules, your divisions, whatever route you wanted to go. It's difficult to set those up based on competition level because, again, that is going to continue to change. That is fluid. Look at the way the SEC East used to be. Tennessee used to be at the top of the SEC East year in, year out, competing with Florida for that trip to Atlanta. And now it's kind of flipped on its head. But, again, hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Which route do you go? Do you go the 8 conference games, 9 conference games? Do you add an extra conference game? But more importantly, if you go those 3 regular opponents, who do you want to see Tennessee against? Again, I hate to see Tennessee lose that Florida game. I hate to see Tennessee lose that Georgia game. But do you really want 3 common opponents every year, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, or do you want to see a Vanderbilt and a Kentucky? Hit that comment section. Let me know your thoughts. If you have not done so yet, please smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Also, go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin VAWLS Network. Go to bonfire.com/store/TalkinVAWLS. Any and all support greatly appreciated. You see that elite merchandise. I want to take this time to thank all the members of our channel. A lot of you guys joining recently. A lot of you telling me you didn't even know joining the channel was an option. Hit that join button right down below. Just beside subscribe, you can join the channel for as little as 99 cents a month, or you can donate as much as $10 a month. You financially help what we are trying to do with this channel. We greatly appreciate it, but you also get a few perks along the way. So appreciate all the support. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. That's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.